What is the best sleeping position? Well, let's find out. Hi, I'm Dr. Lawrence Woods from the Spinery, and today we're going to show you the absolute best sleeping position for your health. We all have favorite sleep positions, mostly the fetal position based on our findings, from which we make no detour. We just assume it every night, we doze off and don't put much thought into it. However, there are some specific positions for sleep that you may want to consider because there are specific benefits to each. And with that, let's proceed on and tackle some of them. Sleeping on your side does wonders for your cerebral health, according to the Journal of Neuroscience, as that it flushes out a lot of the harmful chemicals from your brain. We already seem to be doing that though. 2/3 of people also prefer sleeping on their side. But if you really want to get some extra gain and extra benefits, namely better digestion, you should choose to sleep with your left side down while you sleep. And this is because the big four players of digestion, your stomach, your liver, your pancreas, and bladder are all on your left side. And when you sleep on your side, it helps them handle waste products and release enzymes to deal with fatty acids with no extra effort on their part. That way, no food gets trapped in your stomach and you don't experience any bloating whatsoever. Sleeping on your back also helps your neutral position as it soothes any pain in your back, your neck, your joints. It reduces acid reflux because your head's above your stomach. But beware sleeping in this position, however, especially if you don't live alone or if you have thin walls, as you might develop a habit for snoring, or rather others might find you wake them up from the sound of your snoring. If you go on the internet and you're looking at sleep positions, there's so many different philosophies, so many different opinions, and they vary a lot. But everybody, I believe, agrees on this one thing, and that is you should never sleep on your stomach. And if you do this, you really need to work on trying to break that habit. And the reason being, when you sleep on, like here's a human spine here like this, when you're sleeping on your stomach, you gotta breathe, so you turn your head and it causes a lot of rotation in your neck. It creates low back problems and yada, 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 on and on and on. So a good thing is if you're trying to break that habit, I recommend try putting a pillow between your knees and sleep on your side. And I find that always does the trick. So almost any sleeping position is valid and useful as long as you actually get to sleep, because your sleep is probably one of the most important things for your overall health and well-being. As long as you find a position that eases you into sleep and it's not on your stomach, you should be fine. Just make sure that you sleep well and that you sleep enough. So if you want to get the perfect night's sleep, let's talk about a few important tips. For starters, avoid blue light, especially at night. Harvard Medical School did a study in 2014 and they found that excessive exposure to blue light impedes the sleep hormone melatonin, which interferes with the circadian rhythm. So looking at, like for example, your media devices like TVs, laptops, phones at night can create a problem, and the remedy for this is quite simple. Oh, and yes, they also found that it also leads to things like depression, obesity, certain types of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and so forth and so on. But the remedy is really simple, and I'll give it to you right down below, as always. And what you do is actually you download this app. It's called Flux, and you can put this on your phone, on your media device, your TV, anything. And as the day goes, it starts streaming the blue light away. It's a real simple app to use. Or conversely, if you want to go old-fashioned, low-tech, you can get an old-fashioned incandescent yellow light bulb, and you can just point that at your media device, and this should cancel out the blue wavelength frequency. Another thing is I went online and I picked up, just for a few bucks, these glasses, and they're called non-prescription blue blockers. You can get them on Amazon, and they in turn block out the blue light, which is detrimental to your health and your sleep, especially at night. And of course, it's okay to start your mornings with blue light. I'm not trying to discourage you from getting blue light, but as the day gets going, and especially around night, you want to start reducing your blue light exposure. The next tip is you should sleep cool. And when designing our mattresses and pillows, we always wanted to use the design and the appropriate materials to reduce the body's temperature at night, ideally about 1.2 degrees. And there's been a lot of research on this, and I think there's a sweet spot, and I think it's 16.1 degrees Celsius, or if you're in the US, it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. So overheating is a problem, and we've talked a lot about this on our channel, and there's different types of foams and materials that can cause you to sleep hot. And overheating can cause hyperventilation, and then your oxygen concentration, your blood oxygen starts to diminish, and that really affects your sleep. And so if you want to sleep, chill the room down and sleep with pillows or mattresses that don't heat you up. Another tip is increasing your melatonin seems to be trending right now. And so if you're going to take these kind of supplements, I don't recommend you should do this on the long term, but my experience is don't take any more than 2 milligrams at night. Melatonin I found is great for women, especially going through menopause. Another alternative to melatonin would be kava kava. I think that's from Hawaii. Or even better, cherry juice or even cherries works well for a lot of people. Of course, this goes without saying, get a decent or the best you can afford mattress and a decent pillow. For example, memory foam. I love the way memory foam feels, but I don't like the way it functions because it keeps me hot and it smells toxic, being that it's a petroleum product. And the other thing, latex is natural and it breathes well, so you sleep cooler. I'm not crazy about mattresses with springs. A coil spring mattress uses coils to create tension, but these springs lose their effectiveness and they can lead to back pain, sciatica, neck pain, shoulder pain. Additionally, according to the Scientific American, I'm going to put this link down below, box springs are half the wavelength of TV and FM signals and are acting as an antenna, potentially causing cancer. Quite interesting. Spring coils are almost dinosaurs from the past that are now trending again. They're re-emerging. No thank you. The spring, I can't sleep on them. I hate going to hotels where they have these things. So it's very lovely to sleep on a good mattress, a good quality pillow. So if you're going to try something latex, natural latex. Get a latex mattress, get a latex pillow. Next tip would be exercise. You want to start winding down at night, and at least 2 hours before you go to sleep, you want to stop exercising. Exercising is always best in the morning. Reading before bed is always a great idea, and it's a lovely way to get you in the zone to sleep. Now, here's a real big one. A lot of research on this. Routine. Routine is essential, and there's so much research on this. So get this, folks. When you go to bed, and I mean 7 days a week, you want to go to bed at the same time every single night and wake up at the same time every single morning. And just stick with that for about 2 or 3 weeks, and it will become a routine. And so, as like the movie Karate Kid, it's wax on, wax off. It's through these routines you develop mastery in all these things. I hope these things help, and we're on with the video. Hope this helps. If you do like this kind of information, please help us out and like and subscribe down below, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thank you.